Welcome to our lesson on stress and intonation in English. In this lesson, we will be focusing on the importance of stress and intonation in English and how it can change the meaning of a word. First, let's talk about stress. In English, stress is the emphasis placed on certain syllables in a word. For example, the word record can have two different meanings depending on which syllable is stressed. If we stress the second syllable, record, it means to make a recording. However, if we stress the first syllable, chord, it refers to an object that plays music. Now let's talk about intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of pitch in speech. For example, a rising intonation at the end of a sentence can indicate a question, while a falling intonation can indicate a statement. To practice these concepts, we'll be using minimal pairs, which are words that differ by only one sound, stress or intonation. Let's take a look at some examples. I will record the meeting, versus, this is my favorite record. He took a photograph, versus, he is a photographer. I'm going to sign the contract, versus, can I have your contact information? The object is in the box, versus, the subject of the class is grammar. They export cars to other countries, versus, they import goods from other countries. The temperature will increase, versus, the temperature will decrease. I need your attention, versus, my intention is to finish this project. I have an interest in art, versus, I have no interest in sports. I'm going to present my project, versus, the present is in the box. The president of the company, versus, the resident of the building. That's correct, versus, that's incorrect. As you can see, the meaning of the sentence changes depending on the stress and intonation. It's important to practice these concepts in different contexts and situations to get a better grasp of the stress and intonation in English. In this lesson, we've covered the basics of stress and intonation in English. Remember that stress and intonation are important elements in English and can change the meaning of a word. Practice these concepts through minimal pairs and context to improve your understanding of stress and intonation in English. Remember that this lesson and examples are meant to give you a good start on the subject, but it's important to continue practicing and studying with different examples in class.